You look like my dad. We're giving father and son right now. What'd you get, an Octobuddy? Like a OF girl? Stick the phone up against the shower so you can go hands-free? Oh, damn. I didn't know he was going to hit me with the snake beard.
It's episode 337 of the Midnight in the Bay podcast. My guest, he didn't want to be a guest. He said, "I'm naked. I'm eating pizza rolls. Leave me alone." But guess what? I forced him on here because I got blackmail of him putting a snake up his ass. It's Rick Stroyer.
Does blackmail count if like I endorse it? Because like, yeah, that happened, and for $7.99 you can see it yourself on my OnlyFans.
And not just snakes, alligators, all reptiles, lizards.
Every reptile, yeah, it's a
Only
real niche
reptiles.
market. Yeah, only
It's gay.
reptiles.
It's gay if you use any other animal.
Yeah, if it's a mammal, it's gay, but if it's a reptile, that's just like that's just a tool.
That's a bro.
That's a bro. That's just helping a bro out.
Yeah. Hey, reptiles for Kamala.
That's right.
Look like you shaved your head because you went to jail.
No, not this time. I shaved my head because I got tired of my hair, and haircuts are expensive. And so I was just like, I could do this, and then I just shaved it all off. But the bad part is that I did this before. I shaved it all off entirely, and then it started to grow out. And since I had shaved it all at one length, it all grew out the same length as it. So it just looked like this like Mega Man helmet of hair around my head that was all the same length. Looked like somebody put a large bowl on my head.
But I bet you since you've gotten the haircut, people have gone, hey, it looks like you've lost some weight.
I can only dream.
I've had that the other day. Someone was like, man, it looks like you've been working out. Have you? No, I'm wearing a black sweatshirt.
That's the key. I threw on a black shirt for this just in case.
Anytime I throw on a sweatshirt, that's why I'm loving winter. Someone always goes, oh my God, are you on keto? I'm like, I just ate 12 cookies in front of you. What do you think, guy?
But what if they're like keto cookies? What if it's a cookie made out of like salamis and cheeses? Jordy, fuck you, Jordy.
I feel like this. You want to know how to make a man cream, ladies? Salami and cheese. Bam.
Honestly, though, not a lie.
Yeah. Have you ever had sex while eating?
No, I've never had sex.
All right, we gotta go to a commercial break. This is fucking weird.
Look, I'm saving myself for marriage, man.
I kind of got
me and Jesus are like this.
from you. You're like a really sweet guy, and it looks like you still watch Disney movies with a haircut. But yeah,
yeah, but I watch them for the wrong reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I knew the virgin thing. Well, let me tell you, it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's gross. It gets wet. There's a lot of sweating involved. Crying. It sounds like a horror movie. It's not good. It's disgusting.
Have you ever actually been with somebody who cried after sex?
You're talking to them.
Oh, you are the one who cries. You're the Walter White of sobbing.
No, the first time I was like, thank God, thank you, Mom. Oh my God.
Now I can go to school and not look like a fucking weirdo.
No, the first time was with a 41-year-old.
And how old were you?
Young.
Ugh.
Over 18.
Yeah, no, for sure. For the purposes of this Instagram live, it was over 18 for sure.
32. In my fantasy. No, let me ask you a question, okay?
Okay.
I go over to this lady's house. I do my deed. I know she's old because I pull out and let the Gatorade come out of the cooler. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've heard that metaphor before.
And she goes, don't worry, my tubes are tied. Okay, I'm like, this is a mom. This is a
Yeah,
mom. There's
that's a
something.
person who had children and was too old to plan any more of them,
Yeah,
and they were
I
like,
think maybe
"No."
I think maybe she wasn't 41. I think she was 61. I mean, wow. But this is the weird part I was gonna ask you about. So I leave the bedroom. I go to the refrigerator. They only have water and Red Bull, no food. I think she's doing this with multiple guys, right?
Yeah, it
I
sounds like
mean,
there's not. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a bowl of orange slices and a Capri Sun. She just lures young boys back to her house to fuck.
that's the vibe I got, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. And seriously, I haven't seen her since. This was like 15 years ago,
Well,
and
yeah, she's been in prison for 15 years.
right, right. That's yeah. I mean, she was a P Diddy alumni, you know.
Yeah.
I, I, she paid me in BART tickets too.
Oh, see, for me, I got paid in Chuck E. Cheese tickets, but I
Oh,
was able
really?
to get one of those things that you pull the string and then it spins and it
Yeah,
flies up in the air.
yeah. See, that's cooler than BART tickets because I just, okay, cool. It takes me $10. This is like 2010 when everything was cheap, right? It was $10 literally to ride by BART hella far, and she gave me $70 worth. And I tried looking her up online. I think she's dead because nothing pops up.
Right, because she was 100
And
years old when you had sex with her 15 years ago.
right, right, twos are tied. That's old. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah, not proud, but we got it there on Instagram Live. You know what I mean? It's like therapy.
yeah,
Instagram Live is cheaper than therapy. It's free. You know what I mean?
yeah, and
So,
anyone can do it.
which, by the way, it looks like you're missing half your head. I'm like, this guy
Yeah,
was in the war. I can only
no, it's
see.
because
There you go.
otherwise it's this. I could do this. Does this work?
No, that's worse. That's I'm scared actually.
Hey, is this normal looking?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's really normal looking. Yeah, you got me to jump out my skin there. I'm not gonna lie. That was
Yeah.
really freaky. There we
Now I'm a person.
go. Now I feel like I'm in a Zoom meeting. Hey, this is HR, Rick. You can't be jerking off by the coffee machine anymore.
This is a
I don't care. You got a
jerking off by
haircut.
the coffee machine haircut for sure.
You look
Yeah.
like
Okay. You know what?
you look like Action Bronson.
I've gotten that so many times. I cannot tell you the amount of times people have told me I look like Action Bronson, and
What about
I don't
pedophile?
know. I to this day I don't know if it's a compliment or not.
What
Rosie
about pedophile?
has a good point. You went in raw to a 70-year-old who paid you in BART tickets.
I mean, wouldn't you go raw as someone older than younger? You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
not an idiot. Right? When
Herb
you're young,
Stomping.
you're gonna do foolish things. I mean, I still do foolish things, but when I was young, I mean, I was ready to just do the Coke and Mentos challenge every fucking day. I was ready to let shit explode, dude.
Bro, I was young doing the Coke challenge all the time, my
Oh
guy.
my
How much
god.
Coke can I put up my nose? Jordy says that I have curb stomp hair, like I was in American History XXL.
Yeah, I could see that, like a remake
Yeah.
or Magic Mike Triple XL. Have you,
I'll
how
show you.
tall are you? How tall are
I'm,
you,
I'm like 6'8".
Rick? Let's be serious.
Okay, I'm 6'7.5".
All right. Well, hear me out. Haven't you ever gotten upset when you go into a big and tall store and everything's so long? The weight, it fits perfectly, but the length, it still
Yep.
looks like you're wearing dad's jacket.
Yep.
Why don't they make a short and fat store? Pay me. Copyright.
Bro, you take my money for real. That's exactly
Give
what I
me.
need.
Give
Because like
me.
everything, like this shirt right here that I'm wearing fits like decently across the shoulders and it doesn't go too far down my arms and everything. And it fits well, but at the bottom, I just got like this little fupa sticking out all the time. And
I
you got to do
love
this like that fat person shirt adjustment thing where you're constantly tugging on the front of it.
I love that. I I love a tug. You know what I mean? It just makes you look manly. You're like, yeah, I'm cooling off. You know what I mean? I'm cooling off. It's all good.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I mean? And the
little,
fupa,
little,
hey, let me tell
gotta get
you,
a
Rick,
little.
women love the fupa now. All right? It's cool to be fat when you're in your 30s. When you're in your teens, you're a fucking loser. When you're in your
Yeah.
30s, it's a dad bod. You're
Yep.
cool. You're responsible. You just got
Yep.
a haircut, right?
They know that you're not going around fucking a bunch of people because you're super hot. They're like, this guy's like, this is a safe person
Right.
to hook up with.
But sometimes you take videos at the gym of hot chicks. You know what I mean? You're like a decent guy.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
balanced. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Or I go to the store. Never mind.
Yeah, but it does. You look really successful with that TV in the background. Let me tell you.
Thanks.
Is
Yeah.
that Toshiba?
Yeah. Yeah. It's God, it's an
Tamagotchi?
insignia. It's an insignia. So I'm pretty high
Oh,
roller. It's
damn, dude! I didn't know you were killing it
Hamachi,
like that.
whatever
Oh,
it's a high sense. Actually, it's actually a Samsung. So like that is the most impressive thing about me.
well, you're killing it, dude. Any man with a Samsung is just blowing loads, throwing notes out, and taking names when people give him shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, I have to bring a guest onto the show real quick.
Oh God, it's a little Chinese child. Don't sue me.
He's a
Oh
kitty.
God. Oh my God. I didn't know you owned one of those.
Do you ever really own a cat? They kind of just like agree to live with you.
No, you're sick. You have a slave. It's sick.
This is the worst slave you could ever own. This guy doesn't do anything for me.
That's a love slave,
Yeah,
right? You feed it, and then it cuddles on you, and you're like, life doesn't suck. Look at that.
exactly. It's a tool to help you not kill yourself.
Anytime I look into a cat's eyes, I just hear a kiss from a rose on the bed. Now that
Alone on the
the
street,
roses are
you
good. I forget the words,
became.
but yeah. Cats are cool, dude. I got a cat. He's a little bit of a creep, though. Sometimes I'll have a little private time because I'm an adult,
Mhm.
and he'll bust the door open like Harvey Weinstein and
Yeah,
watch me. And I'm like, I should be getting paid for this, but also look away.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I used to have a cat
So,
that I would go and I'd sit on the toilet to take a shit, and he would crawl into my pants that were like around my legs on the floor, and just sit inside the pants gap.
yeah, that's a homosexual.
It very well could have been. It's hard to tell with cats. They're all a little gay.
That's a cat that got out of a P. Diddy party and just kept running.
I was wondering why he was so slippery,
Right, right. Yeah, can't trust a slippery cat.
and I've
Rick,
always said that.
what have you been up to? Are you doing a lot of shows?
I took not like a hiatus, but a slow down a little bit because I'm moving out of Fresno to Cambria down in San Luis Obispo County on the beach. So I
Who the
had to
fuck are
like,
you? Are you like a 6-year-old that just got your tubes tied? What are you
yeah,
retiring?
yeah. I thought you would recognize me from when I took your virginity.
Is that
It's a
you,
nice little
Mario?
town,
Yeah.
but it's better than Fresno, which sucks. I don't know if you've ever lived in Fresno. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I went to Fresno and I was like, I get depression.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it's disgusting. There's a lot of dust. It's
yeah.
gross. Yeah.
My neighbors are terrible.
I mean, honestly, if you could get rid of a part of California, it's the Central.
Yeah, they need to build something really important to America right in Fresno, so that way the terrorists are more likely to bomb it. Like
I'll
there's
take
nothing in Fresno worth bombing.
I'll take that, or I'd rather take Haitian immigrants that eat cats and dogs than people from the Central Valley. Stay there. Give me some immigrants. Give me a guy that doesn't speak English, that wipes his ass and throws it in the trash can instead of the toilet,
Oh,
than
that's
someone from
Fresno.
the Central Valley.
No, that's all.
You know?
That is Fresno. That's the Fresno special. Every bathroom has a trash can, and if it doesn't, then it just has a pile on the floor.
Yeah, when you said you're moving to Fresno, like whatever a year or two ago, I was like, I want to be on this guy's drugs. I was like, this guy's Walter White. He's gonna go make meth. You know what I mean? Anyone that moves to Fresno from another area is either a truck driver or a meth dealer. You know?
Yeah, and I split the difference right in the middle, and then I drive trucks full of meth around.
Right. You have to. That's how you make a living, and that's why you're
Yeah,
moving. You don't want to do that anymore.
yeah,
You want to
exactly. I
work
gotta
at
get out the game.
Petco. I could totally see you work at a Petco on the beach. Oh my God, dude. And you're like, hey, how can I help you, man? Hey, animals are
I'm
cool.
gonna be working at a really nice restaurant, like a upscale restaurant out there.
No, I don't
I
believe
swear
that.
to God. I
No.
swear to God.
Have you been to an upscale restaurant? It's all like really good looking people.
Yeah,
Like
and then
guys with
there's gonna be me.
six pack. There's guys with long flowing hair. It's always a good looking person helping you at a nice restaurant.
It's
You're
a
not gonna see
restaurant.
a
It's not an
fat dude.
Abercrombie
You're not
store.
gonna see a fat dude with a buzz cut. Like, hey, how can I help you, dude? Like, you used to do comedy in Fresno. What's up, dude? No, it's
You
gonna
want
be
the
a hot
fucking
chick
Carpaccio?
or a dude named Carvasio. You know. I
That's,
mean,
that's
I
actually
hate
a
to
good
break the
name.
news, dude. I'm so ugly. I gotta work out of the house.
Yeah,
They don't even let me out of the house. They're like, no, you work from home,
I've
dude.
been told I have a face for the mines.
Oh yeah, is that why she closes her eyes?
Yeah.
So you're gonna live on the beach with comedy. When's the next comedy special dropping?
Uh, dude, you know what sucks is I was just thinking about this. Is like I should have recorded my album already. Like I had all these chances to record it, and I never did because I was like, no, I want to perfect it more. I want to like get it better. And now it's like 3 years after what would have been the perfect time to record it, and so much of my shit just kind of is a little bit dated. And so like I blew past the opportunity. So I gotta write like a new hour before I'm actually gonna release anything.
Dated? Yeah, Red Dawn was a cool movie.
Yeah,
Psych.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. JFK was not killed. Yeah.
You guys remember the '90s? Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah, Encino Man was weird.
And then she pulled out her Tamagotchi. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. You know, these arrogant kids don't understand. I had that for a 10-hour road trip with my
Yep.
parents. A little Tamagotchi. And you want me to tell you, you know how smart I am? It died the first hour. I guess I didn't feed it enough. I think I jerked off too much in front of the Tamagotchi because it
Yep.
died quick.
That was a
And
bug in the programming. Is if you jerked off in front of it, they died of shock.
right, right, right. You know, but don't blame me. You know, my mom was had all those Sears catalogs and
Yeah.
you know back page of newspapers and you know what's crazy is we're not even that old, but the way we talk about pornography when we're younger, it makes us sound like World War II just ended. You know what I
I
mean?
remember I remember the first porn that I saw. I was in a mall and somebody had left one page, a torn out page of a Playboy in the bathroom stall at a mall. And I went into the bathroom and I just saw it on the ground. I was like, those is boobies. And
Right.
now I'm here. Now I'm in Fresno. So it's a pipeline.
It
It's
is.
the yeah,
And kids, this is why you never look at pornography
yeah,
because you're going to wind up going to
yeah,
Fresno and thinking it's a great idea to live there.
yeah.
You know, you know who go to Fresno? People that do meth and people that aren't from the United States. They're like, oh, this is nicer than fucking bumfuck
Come on.
Mexico.
Come on. What's the funniest country?
I'm scared to say Nicaragua. You know? That's the
I'm
tricky
always
one.
scared to say that. I don't even like saying vinegar.
Oh, nickel, nickel, please.
That's what most of the people in Fresno say. Nichols, please, please, because they're just hanging outside of the doors of
Well, I was doing a gig and I had a joke about I guess I can't say the N word, or I don't know. Like it was like a revelation, right?
You guess.
And there was a
Just
black
found
guy in front of
out.
me.
Crazy.
There was a black guy in front of me, and he goes, "No, you can say nickel." I'm like, "This is a trap. This is not.
I was
This
seeing
is
this
a."
girl, and we were driving. We were on a date, and we were driving to the date, and I had like rap playing, and we were singing along to it. And she goes, "Oh yeah, instead of saying the N word, I say pickle." And I was like, "Okay." So that is now always in my head every time that like I have like a Lil Wayne song on or something. I'm like pickle. You know,
Yeah, that's a very Gen X thing. That's a very.
I'm a millennial. Okay, I'm young.
I'm a millennial too. I say it when no one else is in the car.
I
When
have
there's black people in
I
the
have
car, I do not
riz.
say it out of
I have
respect.
aura and motion.
If there
I
is
was
a
there
black
when
person in
Baby
the
Gronk.
car, I will not. If there's an Indian person in the car, I will not say it. Any dark, if there's a tan guy in the car, I will not say it.
And
You know,
that's why I'm so proud of you.
right? You know, we're changing. You got to do that as an older person. You know,
Yeah. Or as
so
a very young, very cool, attractive, skinny, tall man like myself.
oh, oh, yeah, yeah, like you, yeah. I'm sure. I got, I asked my mom the other day, I said, if I wasn't 3 weeks late, you think I would have such a big head? And she goes, no. Like, oh, okay. I
I
got a
guess you just
huge head, dude. I wear
agreed.
like size 12 hat. If it's a fitted hat, I gotta get like some dude from Bangladesh to custom make it. You know what I
You get
mean? I don't,
two regular hats and cut them in half to stick together.
and I never got this too. Have you ever had a chick uh, roast you and then sleep with you? Like I
Yeah,
remember when I was younger, I don't know if it was like a young chick thing, but this chick said we're talking. I thought things were going well, and then out of the blue, she goes, "It looks like you're wearing a helmet."
yeah. Well, were
She's
you
pointing at
wearing
my
a helmet
big.
at the time?
She's wearing no. She's like, "You just got a big head, dude. What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I guess I'm not getting laid." And then we ended up sleeping, in the same bed. No sex, but no, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
We actually, got the book out and okay, let's insert. Let's
yeah.
play
So
around.
P and V.
Right.
I
Is
like
that
how
you doing
Mike.
the phone?
No, I was just wondering that. I don't even know who's watching this. There's four
I
people.
feel I do feel bad that I made you get up. You said you were laying down naked eating pizza rolls, and I forced you to talk to me, you know.
Ladies, if that sounds fun to you, hit the old line if you like pizza rolls.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be a pizza roll, and if a chick's not gonna be down to eat pizza rolls with you, she's a commie, she's a fascist, she's a spy from China, dude.
Did you hear that
Kamala Harris.
they just arrested some Iranian guy who was plotting to kill Trump?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, and then he had these co-conspirators that were Americans, and they had like the most. It was like a dude from Iran, like Sahib Al something, and then like John Smith and Clarence Henderson or something. And I was like, those are not Iranian spy names.
Right. But I wonder if they got to pick their names.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you're coming in the US, you're fucking 007, dude. You're the real fucking thing. Go kill some Americans. What's gonna be your name though? What's gonna be your name? I would have done like Johnny Walker.
yeah.
Oh, you know.
I would have done
But
like
I think
Frankenstein McFucknut.
oh my god, that would be a giveaway. That'd be a giveaway. That's
No,
too
I just have
cool.
like hippie parents. There's all these kids named like Apple and Flower and shit. I'd be like, yeah, my parents were super into doing acid and watching Mel Brooks movies, and so they named me after Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, they would have to get the accent down. They're like, okay, here's an accent for you. A guy that has moved to Fresno and now has moved to Cambria. Go. You know what I mean? They can't tell you're a spy from the Middle East, guy. You gotta
Yeah.
sound like a dude that just got a buzz haircut.
Yeah.
You know, that looks
With
like
a
a grown up
scar on
kid.
my head, so it looks like I've been in prison.
Oh yeah, that's you accidentally running into a wall. You never were in a fight.
Yeah, that's what that was. That was not actually the here. What is the dumbest scar that you have?
I don't have any scars.
What the fuck are you? Are you like a Matrix person? Like, what do you mean? Like, you just exist in a fucking tube of slime? I have a scar on my eyebrow from I was pushing a shopping cart and I was trying to put it into another shopping cart, and I didn't realize that the shopping cart that I was pushing was bigger than the other one, and it wouldn't go in. And so I got mad at it, and I kicked the back of it, and the back of it flipped up all the way around, all the way over, and bounced off of my face.
Yeah, people definitely thought you were the Velcro shoe guy that bags groceries. You
With
know?
a safety vest on.
Yeah, this guy needs to go home and call his mom. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. Um, okay, I've done something as dumb as that. Okay, recently I was in a boot for 6 weeks. Okay,
Mhm.
I was coaching football because here's my theory about getting older and committing sins. If you commit a bunch of sins, there could be a heaven. I really don't know. I'm kind of a cynic and I don't think so, but there could be. So to play off of that, since I've done so much horrible stuff and still flip off other races while driving, I volunteered to coach youth football because I'm
Do you
thinking
even it
if I
out by flipping off the whites too?
I flip off everyone. I'm not racist. I'll flip off blacks, Asians, Indians, whites. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. I had to coach the youth football. My son was playing. That's really the real reason. And but you know, when I go to heaven and he's going off the book, hey, you did this, you flipped off a grandma, you put this up your ass. I'm thinking about sending you down. And sending you down is cool because there's a lot of funny people in hell, right? The funniest, right? But you want to be up there with your family because most of your family is probably in heaven
No,
for the most part. There's a
not
couple.
mine. No.
There's a couple uncles that aren't going to be there. But here's the thing, guy. I got to do a couple better things in my life as I get older, so maybe I have a better chance of being somewhere more comfortable. I hate to eat. So I'm coaching football. Here's my dumb thing. And I'm showing the kids a drill because they're not doing it right. So I'm like, this is how you do it. And I go for a sprint, like a 4 yard sprint, and I literally felt a pop in my calf.
Yeah.
And I went straight to the ground. And I swear to God, one of the kid goes, I think he got shot in the ear. It was right after the Trump,
And
and I
you stood
stand
up
up
going,
and I'm like
fight, fight,
this.
fight.
And I'm telling you, I became the most popular coach and I won Coach of the Year because of that.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know
yeah.
you were coaching football at the RNC.
But here's the funny thing. Yeah. Well, it is. It's, suburbs. It's a lot of, we got a couple POCs, but it's a lot of WHITEs. So here's the thing though, guy. I volunteer and I do something nice, but I don't know if you played football or watch it, but
Yeah.
it gets you all aggressive. And I go out there after having a coffee, black coffee, just no sugar, no milk. Just a man. And I'd go out there all fired up, and you start swearing. They're like 10,
Mhm.
11. You know what I mean? I'm like, you motherfucker, go. I put a porcupine up your mom's ass. Move it, move it. I like felt bad after a couple practices, but I swear the kids loved me. I don't know why. I don't know if the kids, I guess, like abuse, but the dads even liked me more. They're like, this guy's old school. He's motivating the kids, even though, I'm saying stuff they can't really say because
Yeah,
their
that they always
parents,
wanted to say. They're like,
right?
fuck, I wish I could
I,
call
it's
my
like
kid Willie. Yeah.
it's like the comedian thing. That's why I liked it. There's parallels to it. So I'm saying stuff, like you're a fucking retard. I didn't say that. Don't say that word. You got Down syndrome, you fucking retard. I'm saying crazy shit, right? You know what I mean? And the kids are running faster and stuff and doing push-ups quicker. And the moms hated me.
Yeah.
I remember it. One of the dads told me, He goes, "We can all hear you in the stands." You called them little girls. Just yeah, because they weren't playing good. You know what I mean? I got
Yeah,
caught up in it. It's fun, but I got to make sure next year I don't get caught up because they're young. It's not like high school kids where you can, you know, punch them in the gut and call them a wuss and what
yeah.
is that thing? A little rope. Yeah.
They're like 7, and they're like, I don't know what half of these words mean, but they don't sound good.
Well, and then the other thing too is I brought a speaker to hype up the kids, and I'm putting on, I'm not putting on girls just want to have fun. I'm putting in Dr. Dre and fucking Brother Lynch Hung, who like talks about eating babies and just stuff to fire up the kids.
Yeah, yeah. Get them motivated so they don't get eaten.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that's over now. Thank God. I got more free time now to be lazy and think I should do more comedy.
Fuck yeah.
That's always fun. As a comedian, it's like a drug you can't break away from. Even if you take a break, you're like, I should be doing this. I should be doing this and that. It's like you can't relax. It's like being cursed. Honestly, being a
Yeah,
comedian is like being cursed because you cannot run from wanting to do it or realizing you want to do it more. It's like, yeah, there's no relaxing. I think that's why maybe I hang out with Mary Jane a lot. I'm like, relax,
yeah.
relax, relax.
Plus, there's that old lady, that old crone in the corner just going, funny, funny.
Yeah, my mom.
Oh,
Yeah. My mom goes, you do a clean set and then I'll see you. You do a clean set. And I'm like, you might be dead. I might have to bring your
yeah.
corpse,
My aunt
No,
says that all the time. She's like, oh, come to your show. Just don't be too dirty. And I'm like, okay. And she came to one show, and I just did all my worst material on purpose in front of her. Like all the dirtiest stuff that I have. I was just whipping everything out. Like my penis. Took my whole penis out.
does
Took a long
still,
time.
she still talk to you?
Um, she added me on Snapchat for some weird reason. I think
That's
it's because
creepy.
she
That's
saw my penis
creepy.
and she was like, "Oh, this
Yeah.
is how I get more of that."
Yeah. That's creepy. Yeah, she doesn't talk to me at family events, but she had me on Snapchat and randomly sends me
Yeah,
pictures of her tits. Yeah.
our streak is pretty high.
It's just weird when someone older is on Snapchat. I feel weird. I had to get off it. I'm not on it anymore. I was on it. It was like all the ads are for like teenagers doing cool filters. I'm like, why am I on this? This is
Yeah,
stupid. You know what I mean?
that's kind of
So,
how I feel about TikTok. Like I made a TikTok and I was
uh,
putting out videos and stuff, and I just couldn't get traction. And then every time that I would see something that popped off, it was like the most low effort, dumb shit. And I was like, this sucks. And so now I only have TikTok to watch, 19-year-olds doing sexy dances.
here's the thing about TikTok for me, since I'm a dad. I put stand-up clips on there because, I need the love, baby. But then I don't realize my son's friends can see it. Like I didn't know my son's friends follow me, and I get in the car, and my son's friend goes, "Saw the new video on TikTok. Pretty cool." I'm talking about banging a chick that had her tubes tied. You know what I mean? And this friend of my son's like, "Oh yeah, like cool videos." I'm like,
He's
blocked.
like,
I had to block
it's so
him.
relatable.
Yeah, yeah, I had to block him. And then this was like a year ago, and now he's following me again, and he's putting American flags and eagles. He's 11, and he's loving all my videos. And it's me talking about whipping it out and pulling the foreskin back and seeing if I'm related to George Washington. And now I got this fucking kid, dude, who's liking. It's like you shouldn't be watching this, but some of these parents of the kids, like we're strict with my kid because
Hmm.
they're still young. They're not even in the chicks yet. The balls aren't dropped. Keep them innocent. Like keep them. You're only young for so long, right? I mean, I wish I could go back to those days where you don't care about getting the fluid out, and you just no
When there's
worries in the
no fluid to
world.
get out, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know, dude. It sucks. It's I sometimes I'm like, should I go buy another name, wear a mask? Not too many comedians have worn a mask before. You know what I mean?
You should get one of those dog head, like the fursuit, like the big wolf with the like big eyes.
Yeah, I should do that, like Marshmallow the DJ, but be like a comedian. You
You could even
know,
have the same name.
I look like a marshmallow, especially in the winter. But I could do marshmallow, or I can do like MAGA right guy. You know, see what hits. Whatever works.
A marshmallow painted like the American flag.
You know, I could be the, get the pride flags and BML flags out of school guy. You know what I mean? Just whatever
BML.
works. I don't know.
BML. Bowel
What's
movement
funny,
liberation.
what's funny though is it's not really funny, but as a comedian, you're so desperate for a fan base that you'll like take any crowd. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
That's why
I
I don't
don't
have like
care.
any really political jokes because I'll do shows out in like Nebraska and Missouri and shit, and I'm like, I'm not bringing political shit out to Missouri.
Well, here's my take, dude. Say I'm not popular here in the United States, but I'm popular in like bumfuck, Middle East between China and India's asshole, some country called, Nubi or Nobi or whatever, Niger. If I'm like really popular over there and I'm like killing it, I'm gonna buy a second house and I'm gonna celebrate that. I only need one state that loves me.
Yeah,
I need like like 100,000 people that love me and I'm set.
yeah. I mean, the same can be
Seriously,
said for any of us.
I'll take the fucking North Koreans, dude. At this point, I'm desperate.
Just go down to the South Pole and you have like a penguin fan base.
Oh, hey, North Pole Santa. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but there's only one Santa, and that's the thing is you have to choose between Santa and the elves because Santa's like hella right wing conservative guy, and the elves are like a left wing union. So you're only gonna get one of those on your side.
Well, this is my take on it, Rick. Santa is like he's done blow in the past. He used to listen to heavy rock. He's got a lot on his plate. He's tired. He just wants to chill by the fire and eat cookies. The elves are like he works us day and night. I'm young. I'm dumb. I'm ready to party. Sally's got a bag and a new pair of tits. Let's party.
Do you think there's an elf named Sally? I thought they all had like you know elfy names,
No, I think a
like
lot of elves
Gumdrop.
get to probably pick their names. It's a little person thing, or just I don't know. I think they're pretty Americanized in the North Pole. It's pretty democratic and white, and blonde hair, blue eye. It's Mormon country up there.
Yeah, the North Pole is just colder Utah.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and Utah's a bunch of freaks too. So the North Pole is
Yeah.
they're. Here's my take on freaks.
Okay.
Um, if you're somewhere where it gets dark super early, or there's not much going on other than work, you're gonna be a freak.
Well, so like
You know,
Alaska, where it's
there's nothing going on. Why not twist some titties and put bark up your ass? You're gonna do something just to make the time go by, and it's something different. Doing the same thing. Oh, you got the dogs, and you're running them through the snow, and you're building toys. That gets annoying. Let's do something fun. Let's fool around in the sled and steal Santa's knickers, and
oh, so you're fine saying knickers.
I wanted to throw that in there. Socks. I'm gonna start calling them knickers when I'm getting ready for work, and my son comes in. What are you doing, Dad? I just put on my knickers. They're
You
tough.
only call
They're
them knickers
tough.
when
They're
they
really
pass you on the
stiff to put
highway.
on right now. What?
You only call them knickers when they pass you on the highway. Otherwise, it's just
Like,
underwear.
oh, oh man, knickers sound like a group of underwear that has holes in it. Like I got some holy underwear, dude. Not religious either. I hate shopping, so I just have like underwear that it just looks like I'm a freak. Like the whole back's open, but I just hate shopping and like I don't know if it's a fat guy thing. Like you go
Yeah.
try on clothes, you feel like you're even fatter. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Most of the time you forget you're fat, but then when you go try on clothes, you realize, oh fuck, I'm fat. I can't wear a white shirt. I
Yeah.
haven't worn a white shirt for 30 years, guy.
You're like, where's your sizes with more X's on them?
Yeah. Oh God, dude. There's some stores that don't go above an XL. I'm like, this is
I know.
sizes right here. I turn into Lizzo. I'm like, where's the flu? I'm gonna beat you with it. You know, fat's awesome. You know, it's I like being fat though. You know, like today earlier, I got a hankering to make cookies. Skinny people aren't making cookies and giving them out. You know what I mean? Like skinny people are making you feel bad. Like you haven't had a vegetable shake day, and you know, like, did you go on your run? Fat people, they eat cookies, they relax. I just like the lifestyle, dude. It's great. I love it, dude.
Well, I think that, like, I think you're looking at it the reversed way. I don't think it's you like being fat, so you do those things. I think it's you like doing those things, so you're fat. Like, you're looking at it totally backwards.
I'm dyslexic, bro.
Like, oh, dude, I'm shredded as fuck, so I like to go to the gym.
Woo-wee. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a fun lifestyle, relaxing, and I live like a king. Like there's no worry in the world, even though the bills are piling up and debts. You know what I mean? I'm watching TV with food on a plate that's resting on my stomach with my feet up, like another show, please. You know.
Again, Dexter.
Next. Yeah, commercial, hell no.
Yeah, fuck
You know?
that. I'm getting the
Skip intro.
16.99 Hulu plan with no commercials.
I mean, there's a beauty in it, right? There's a beauty in not worrying too much, but then there's also a decline, you know?
Yeah, I haven't experienced the beauty part yet. I fucking hate being fat, and I honestly don't eat like a fat guy. Like I'm not running around. I'm not like eating cookies and eating a bunch of like crazy shit. I eat a lot of salads.
You're so bullshit,
No, I
dude. You're
swear
so
to God, dude, I eat so many salads, and there's
no
nothing
way.
sadder than a fat person eating a salad. Like, especially if you're doing it in public, people are walking past, you're like, "Oh, good job, good for you," and you're like, "Fucking just go home." Like,
Yeah. I have you ever ordered a salad at a fast food restaurant?
not in a minute, but I used to really like the Jack in the Box had a salad that was pretty lit.
I always order a salad and they always go, "Is that it?" Like they don't believe me. Like, really, guy? That's all you're getting? And they
And
give you the
what
salad
else
like,
do you want?
you'll be back, motherfucker.
You want us to put that in a
uh,
milkshake for you?
I get super fat when I go to Mexico. If I ever, I don't know if I'm gonna be back again, but scary. But you're not supposed to eat the lettuce there in Mexico.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll just eat rice and beans and meat and
Um,
chips and fucking whatever, you know. So
Mexican food is my favorite food. Like, if I could live off of
you,
one
you
cuisine,
say something, yeah.
Mexican food.
So we got to have you up for a show.
Yeah.
You know, I see the aggressive likes on the
Yeah.
post. I want to have you up. We just don't pay a lot.
Well, if I'm in the area, I don't care. I got a place. It's up in Sacramento, right?
No, Bay Area.
Oh, well, I got a place I could stay out there.
Wanted Creek, Concord. Oh yeah, you told
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. I dog sit for this lady in Moraga, which is like right next to Walnut Creek.
Yeah, I know what that
Yeah.
means. Yeah, yeah, dog
I'm
sit.
sitting this
Yeah, I know
dog,
that
you know what I'm
means.
saying?
Yeah, I know that means a
Dog,
little
this dog's
hair
well
in the
trained.
mouth. Yeah, I know. Yep, I knew it. Civil servant. Oh my God. Yeah, that nose ring tickles the top part. Oh my
Yep.
God. Are you
Yep.
kidding me, guy? That's your little magic wand there, dude.
Yeah.
You're a
I'm going
magician.
down. I just go,
Oh my God, like you're about to sneeze.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Or you're trying not to say yes, but that's your yes. Yeah. We'll have to have you out for a show for sure.
Fuck
That'd
yeah.
be awesome. Um, I'm glad about your voting decision. That was cool. Appreciate that. We all
I
taking it
hope
for
no
the
one
team.
just sees this
We're
part
all
of the.
we're all taking it for the team, bud. We appreciate the vote. All right. It's crazy to me. We're kidding. I say that, and you guys think I voted for someone. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I voted for someone else. It's gonna stay a mystery. You're never getting out of
Yeah.
it.
No.
You know. But you can probably guess. But it's
You
crazy.
seem
Hey,
like
it's
a
crazy.
Jill Stein man.
I would totally house sit for her. You catch my drift, guy. Tubes are tied there, my friend. Tubes are tied there.
Bring you back to when you were a child.
Oh my God, Chumbawamba days.
Yeah, I'd be tub thumping,
Is
thumping
there?
all around that tub.
There's no comedy in Cambria.
Not yet. But
Oh,
I was talking to the Don't Tell people about starting a show here in Fresno, and they just had me. They're like, "Oh, we'll just look for some good venues that would work," and I was like, "Okay." And so I was on the hunt for that when the decision came to move, and so I'll hit them up and be like, "Oh, maybe we can get something going in Cambria because it's a good tourist town and everybody's rich, so you can
you're
charge
gonna be
$25 a ticket."
like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, where? In the middle of
Yeah, they're like, "Hmm?"
nowhere. Dude, when was the last time you bombed? Bad.
So this is my thing is like if I always feel like if I don't crush, like if I don't fucking murder, that seems like a bomb to me. You know what I mean? Like and so last night I had a show and I got off stage and I was like, fuck, that was awful. And everyone was like, that was great. What are you talking about? And I was like, no, because like it wasn't I got spoiled, like I'll go on the road and do 80 minutes and I'm like having great shows and crushing and then I come back and do a showcase and it's like okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so but the last time that I bombed was probably I was on house arrest from February through April of this year. And so I didn't do any comedy for like 3 months. And at the end of the 3 months, I went and did a show in Slow. And I hadn't been on stage in forever. I hadn't practiced anything in forever. And so I forgot like half of each of my jokes. And so I would do the joke and be like, next joke now, and forget like where the beats were in it.
Right.
But that's the last time that I bombed. But usually I would say that I haven't like bombed since I was like open micing.
I love how you go, yeah, I don't bomb. I fucking
I don't do
crush,
it.
bro.
I
I
fucking
just
crush.
crush.
I'm
I
just the
never
best.
bomb. I'm used to crushing for hella people for like a million minutes, but
Yeah.
like I go do not that much minutes and I don't kill. I'm not killing. I'm
Yeah.
bombing, bro.
Well, that's what it
Dude,
feels.
I get what you mean, but you never blank. Like I legitly last Thursday blanked on stage. First off, I opened the show. I say 5 times, can we turn off the TVs? There's a game
Mm-hmm.
on. No one says anything. We turn off the TV, and a guy goes, I was watching that. And I'm thinking he's joking because I said it 5 times. I'm like, oh, we can turn it back on. He's like, no, I'm fucking out of here. What the fuck?
It just gets
I'm like,
up and
who's ready for
leaves.
comedy? And then there's a group of old people. I'm like, you guys here for comedy? They're like, no.
It's
I'm like,
like
you guys like the F word? They're
absolutely
like,
not.
no, no. I'm like, great. You don't like the F word? You're not here for comedy. I'm gonna do great. I just like
Yeah.
got in my head too much. And the crazy part is I'm bombing so hard. I'm like can't remember my material because I'm just off. And I'm like trying to do, hey, you married? Hey, you like crayons? I'm like going around the room. And then I ask people, hey, anyone married here? No one says anything, right?
Yeah.
And I make a joke. I make a joke. I'm like, everyone's cheating here, huh? And like a couple people giggle, whatever. And then like a minute later, I'm like, who likes weed? And this lady goes, yeah, I like weed. Talk about weed. And I'm like, are you guys married? And they start laughing. And I'm like, what the fuck are you laughing about? You know what I mean? And I'm like, you get brother and sister? They're like, no. And they're like giggling, right? And she goes, do you remember when you were talking about the cheating thing?
This is
These
my
two,
side bitch here.
right? And the guy I kept trying to get into, and the guy was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Like he was like being questioning from the
Yeah.
police. He was wearing like a nice suit and stuff. He's like, "I don't know. I'm not from America." I'm like, "All right, dude. I'm not ICE. You know what I
He's
mean?
like,
I'm trying to
no,
do a comedy show.
Pablo.
You know, I can't remember my fucking material. Give me material, right?" Well, it turns out I bomb. Everyone makes fun of me. All the comedians. It's a good old time. But then after the show, I'm talking to the bartender, and she goes, "You know that guy and the chick that said cheating? That guy's actually cheating. He takes a new chick here every week, and they're usually beautiful and stuff." And I'm like, this guy's Rico Suave.
Dude, you know he's got that hog on him.
Well, what pisses me off is he doesn't give me any material.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're in the front row of a comedy show. You know I'm gonna call on you, and you can't. You know. So,
That's
anyways,
always the funniest part is when you go to a show and it fills up from the back. Like, and nobody wants to sit in the front row. And then you're just like, okay, well, now the second row is just the front. The amount of times that I've done shows, and then when I go up, I just move all of the chairs from the front row out of the way. And I'm like, now you're the fucking front row.
well, and the crazy part is like I was in that state of mind. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I had a hit and I had a couple of beers and joking around with friends, didn't really look over material. But I'm up there and I could go to old jokes,
Hmm.
but I'm so fucking sick of my jokes that I'm like, I will just do crowd work and
Yep.
bomb my ass off rather than, and then of course I end up doing one just so I don't look too horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Dude, I do that
But
all the time.
it's my own show, and the funny part is the lady that runs it, and I don't know if she's co-owner or whatever, but she comes up to us and she goes, "You want to do 2 shows a month?" So it's not that, I mean, it's like an upgrade from an open mic. It's still like a show,
Hmm.
but it would be cool to have a room I could fuck around. And I have found jokes where it was like, I'm on the ropes. You got to be funny. Go. You know what I mean? I'm
Yep.
obviously not the type that gets a feather pen out and a notebook and I go, oh my God, civilization's crazy.
Yeah.
And they start writing shit. You
I've
know what I
I've
mean?
I've literally never written a joke down.
That's crazy.
I've never ever once written a joke down. Like, it's always a thing that I was either talking about on stage or talking about with my friends or just a story that I decide to tell, and then I do it a couple of times and find the beats in it, and then it just lives in my head.
Wow. You're like a savant, dude. I gotta write
I'm
at
some kind of
least the
retarded.
idea down. I gotta write at least the idea down. I can riff a little bit, but I need some kind of idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I like the Mary Jane. I gotta write everything down. Like, go to work, get in car, eat breakfast.
Keep breathing,
Yeah,
breathe
yeah,
in, breathe out.
yeah. Or wash the foreskin. I gotta write
Yeah.
down. You know what I mean?
I when I was on house arrest, I couldn't smoke weed for like 3 months. And then the day that I drove, I was staying in Cambria at the place that I'm going to be living, and I drove to San Luis Obispo to get the ankle monitor taken off, and then I drove from the sheriff's station to the dispensary and bought a joint. And then I was like, oh, I'll just smoke this on the way home. That'll be great. And so I'm like, after 3 months of sobriety, completely no alcohol, no weed, nothing. I'm driving home and I'm smoking this joint that it's like one of those diamond infused hash
Oh,
blunts.
yeah.
And I
You
was
can
like,
smoke.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude. I was like a third of the way home. I was like, my head is not attached to my body.
yeah,
I
yeah.
am I am unable to function. But because of my past, because I went like 20 years smoking all day, every
Oh,
day, I was like, I'm
soldier.
fine.
Yeah, soldier.
Yeah. I'm very strong
So what
and
happened?
powerful and cool.
So what happened?
So I made it to Cambria because I'm a goddamn champion.
Oh, okay. It made it sound like you're gonna get pulled over.
No, that would have been a
Oh.
felony, and I am right now not a felon.
Yeah, I've had a lot of close calls where you're like the next day mad at yourself. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean? You're like, oh my God, I put wings on the car. I tried to
dude,
take off the lift off.
dude.
You know what I mean?
I when I was in my 20s, dude, oh my God, when I was in my 20s,
Allegedly.
I would not regularly, but it happened more than one time. I would wake up in the morning and go like on Instagram and see that I had posted to my story me driving, like I was in my car driving and like filming the speedometer and trying to get to 100 miles an hour
Yeah.
just on the freeway, and I'm like, "Oh, I shouldn't have did that."
Yeah. I did dumb shit like that. Closing your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sticking your body out the window. Um, having the old thing polished while you drive.
I That has happened a couple of times, and you know what? Pretty cool.
Every time that has happened to me, that highway to the, I feel like Tom Cruise. I'm ready for Scientology. I'm cute. You know what I
Which is
mean?
funny
Really
because
loose.
whenever that's happening to me, I'm thinking of Tom Cruise.
Oh, of course. Good looking
Yeah,
guy. You
dude.
know what I mean?
That
You gotta
volleyball
stay
scene? Come on,
lasting.
man.
You gotta stay lasting. I'm thinking about all sorts of weird shit when we're trying to last. You know what I
No,
mean?
that's what I'm trying to bust quick. I'm like, all right, we got to make this shit happen. I'm almost home. I'm in the driveway. Tom Cruise.
Oh, that's Morgan Freeman for me.
You, you know, two sides of the same coin.
You know what I mean? He's just such a humble, cute, ashy guy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just really, yeah. Oh man, my back hurts. I've been standing for more than 30 minutes.
All right.
Oh,
All right. Well, I'm gonna probably go take a shit.
oh, I gotta be there for that.
I can bring you with me.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Not
do
on
this
live.
shit.
Not on live, but
Oh,
this will be
oh,
you can put this on the Patreon.
oh, yeah, yeah. For the 12 listeners, we have a Patreon.
Yep.
All right, hey, well, thanks for jumping on. We did, I think,
Of
like an
course, dude.
hour. I
Yeah.
think we did like an hour.
Oh shit. I wasn't even paying attention.
Right. One
Dude,
last
my
thing. One
pizza rolls are
last.
probably super cold now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Tits are freezing. One last thing. Where are you gonna be at next? Shoot him.
Uh,
Hit him.
uh,
Hit him with it.
San Luis Obispo. Soon.
Okay, guy.
I haven't locked down. Like I said, I took a bunch of time off because I'm moving to Cambria and I got to get like situated with a job and shit. I have to get my first day job in 2 years.
First Thursday in December. Sygate Brewery. Rick Stoyer is gonna be there. 8 o'clock.
Boom. I'm there.
Yeah. We're gonna pay him like $15, but he's gonna be there. He's got a place to stay.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
can
yeah,
get you on
man.
more shows if you come up. I can get you on shows on the weekend.
Okay.
You know, I know a lot of senior living homes. A lot
Yeah.
of people with.
I work with Best of SF a lot.
Oh, okay.
So I do their
Yeah,
shit.
they hate me.
They hate you.
Well, apparently you can't say knickers on their show. So.
You got to add the Bocker.
Oh man, the worst part of that word. That's Rick Storia for you folks. Follow him on the Instagram. That's it. Thank him for coming on. I needed someone to come on. I was like, I don't have enough thoughts for this. Fuck.
Well,
Bring
we
someone
made
else
it
that
that
farts and
far.
eats pizza rolls and
Yep.
eats so much you can't think for a weekend. All right.
Wait.
All right, Mr. Salad Man. We'll see you
All
later.
right.
All
See you,
right,
buddy.
later.
Late.
Late. That's the podcast, folks. Are you kidding me, guy? I told you I'd bring in a guest. It's only been me for the last 10 or 20 podcast episodes, but I'm back with guests. I got more. They're they don't know it yet, but I got more. I'm gonna hit them up like Rick out of the blue. It's kind of fun. You keep them off guard. They're not prepared. It's more natural. Come on, guy. I'm thinking. Look at this dome. We're thinking. All right, folks. Make sure you go to my YouTube, Midnight in the Bay podcast. Also follow my stand-up comedy page on there, Alex Woody Comedy. This is going to be posted on here, and I'm going to post it on YouTube tomorrow. That's the show. Hell yeah. Adios.